sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. March 27th, 2023. I am Drew.
And I'm Tara.
This is MELLONfights, America's #1 brother-sister combo, sports and entertainment, butthole podcast.
No, Brownski. Just say Brownski.
I guess it's Brownski. Brownski isn't any less dirty.
But people
In fact, it
don't
sounds
know what
dirtier.
it is. People
Oh,
don't
so
know
you
what
want-
it is.
What do you mean people don't know what it is?
They won't be like, oh, they just said butthole.
Well,
They'll be
they're
like,
going to know what a
"What?"
Brownski is.
Uh,
See,
Are
when you
they?
complain about it, we end up having to talk about buttholes longer, Tara.
Okay.
Every single time.
I'm done.
Every time.
I'm
We're
done.
number one. At least we're one at something, Tara. At least we lead the charge on something,
Yes.
Tara.
I know.
That's a good thing.
We also lead the
We lead the charge
country in
opening
opening
soda pop
soda.
on the air.
mhm.
Tara, do you know the other people that maybe get close? Seth and Jonathan. Jonathan would be opening sodas on or beers on or whatever they're opening. I don't know whatever he's drinking ever. He's opening them on air quite a bit. What's in my tea?
Me and Jonathan. Can I talk about my grievance?
First,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Because it has something to do with soda.
Oh, they're gonna say it had to do with me, but I was excited.
No, I don't have a grievance with you. I love you. You're my best friend.
Woo!
My grievance is with myself again. Because this morning I woke up and I was getting ready for the pod. I was kind of writing some pod notes and I needed some caffeine. So I went into the refrigerator to get myself a Diet Dew.
Diet Dew.
And I grabbed it out, cracked it, took a drink, instantly went, oh, this is not Diet Dew, this is beer. And I took it down. I'm like, what the fuck? I have a Coors Light in my hand. Like, mom made me take some Coors Lights in case people wanted beers. And I opened a goddamn Coors Light and took a drink. And I'm like, oh, that sucked. So then I'm like, all right, I'll go get a Diet Dew. And I look and I go, oh, no wonder I grabbed a Diet Dew. Or a Coors Light. They're sitting right by my Diet Dew. So I grab another one, crack it, take a huge drink, and I did the same thing twice. I opened a second can of Coors Light.
You can't call grievance on you being stupid.
I'm grieving I have a grievance with myself. Like,
I
what?
mean, Coors Light is a different can. It's tall.
I know it has a different weight to it, and I was just, and in my brains, I'm like, oh, I know why I did that. Oh, duh. Crack, big old swig. So then I couldn't even enjoy the Diet Dew that I got correct on the third time. Thank you very much. Every time I took a drink, I was like, oh my God, is this going to be beer? It was terrible.
You're a numbskull.
It was
Like, what are you doing? How do you do it twice?
I
Like,
don't
how do you
know.
do that twice? I mean, doing it once, maybe, even though Coors Light is like the most like obvious can because it's a little bit thinner and taller than all the rest. Tara, can you do me a favor and tap your mic? I just want to make sure. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, I did it earlier and saw it.
I can't trust you.
I know.
Well, so Tara's a dunce. Mobile, are you drinking that? Did you finish either of those Coors Lights, or you just let them go to waste?
I had to let him go to waste because it was 9 o'clock in the morning. So I
It's
couldn't.
pounding them.
No, because I had to work.
Oh,
out
but you can
at
drink a Diet
11:30.
Dew at 9 in the morning?
Yeah, it's like the Midwestern coffee. We've discussed this.
So here we are. It's episode 52. That is, we got a year in the books, Tara. This is a year of shows. Progress limited. Progress limited. So
I thought you said 53 was our year show.
that's our anniversary show. I'm just saying this will be a year of shows
Okay.
right here. This will be one whole. We'll put out a show for a full year when this goes out. Next week's the anniversary show, though. We don't do it until the anniversary.
Well, look at us. If
So-
there's one thing, we were consistent.
Yeah, we're gonna do an anniversary show next week.
Yeah.
We'll have to come up with some stuff. People didn't email. I
Definitely.
thought maybe people would email us with some ideas for the anniversary show, but we got nada.
Mom
that.
didn't even email us?
Oh, we have an email, just not for anniversary show.
Okay.
I had an idea for the anniversary show. It's actually not too far off of what it is kind of not what my mom said, but I thought for the anniversary show, maybe Tara runs the show. Maybe Tara's the host of that episode.
Oh gosh, that could be a bad
Does
thing.
does she have the skill set to move from topic to topic?
Well, I think I do, but you need to learn how to take a back seat then, because you're pretty comfy being the host.
Well, I don't know if you'll know when to. I think I could see you not moving on.
Oh no! I like this idea. I'm
Because
gonna do it.
during hard hitting questions, that's what you should be doing. Is you should just be, all right. He's done with this. I've had enough of this.
I do
Here's the
that.
next one. Sometimes.
All right, I'm gonna do it. That'll be fun.
You want to do that?
Yeah,
You want to do it for the anniversary show?
yeah.
Okay.
And I get to do all the things you do, so I get to introduce it. You have to ask me questions.
I mean, I can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. And then we'll do other things too. We'll discuss off air.
Yeah. But Melon Fights has got a year under its belt. Listenership is about where it's been pretty stagnant for, I don't know, 6 months or so, I'd say.
Do you
Any
think
kind of
it's because we're not as cool as we think we are?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I think we're rad as hell. I listen to a lot of podcasts, Tara. We're good. We know how to make the flow go. Like, we can talk and we go. A lot of stuff's like, who cares? You're boring.
Do you think people think that about us?
I don't know. I feel like the people that listen to us stick around.
Yeah. If this is your first time listening to us, you think we're boring, just give us a little email at MELLONfights@gmail.com.
MELLONfights, that's MELLON fights @gmail.com. Tara, nobody's listened for the first time. I guess someone could randomly be listening for the first time. Not this
Also,
week.
if you're just listening to us on our clips, those are just clips, not a full podcast.
Hey, should I maybe make it? Hey, guys, this is just a clip. We do have a full podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I know
We
a
do.
lot of you who follow us, friends, acquaintances,
Family.
people from the past, family. This is just clips to get you to come listen to the whole thing. These are actually pretty mediocre, I think, compared to the podcast, these clips. What do you think, Tara?
Yeah. I mean,
Try
I
to
think
get people to come and listen.
they're fun, but here's the fun thing. When someone tells me I love your podcast, I know that they aren't actually listening to the podcast. They're
Right.
just watching the clips.
No.
So I'm just letting you know, if you love that, you'll love the whole epi, because there's some stuff that might be a little bit more risque that you're missing out on.
I don't know if I don't really hold back in those clips. The only stuff that you're probably going to get more of is more of me just being a bitch about shit.
Oh yeah,
we do some a little more serious stuff on the podcast
Yeah.
that I don't really put in clips because they don't make for a good clip in my opinion.
Yeah, like some of our clips are clickbait. But
They're not clickbait.
no, we could make them clickbaity.
I don't want it to be. I just make stuff that I think is fun. Like, that was a funny moment that we enjoyed and laughed.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really putting out anything because like this will get the most clicks. I just put out what I thought was fun.
Right.
Clearly, last week I only put out 2 episodes. That's because the third clip I put out, the mouth didn't match at all, and it drove me insane. So I cut it, and I didn't feel like editing it again.
Internet problems.
We need to get Tara a camera.
Yeah. Send me some links.
I can hear myself, Tara. If you want to turn down your headphones just a little bit, I'm getting a kickback.
How's that?
I won't really know, but
Okay.
I think it's probably good. So hold on a second here. Make sure it's not mine too. I don't think it is. But yeah, so a year. So yeah, next week email. So ideas for some emails. Send us stuff that you enjoyed. If you can send, because next week you'll have enough time to send us stuff for us to do it next week. Maybe a segment you might want to hear. So maybe if you are a listener, send your favorite moment from the last year in on an email and let us know what your favorite moment maybe of our first year of Melon Fights was.
And if you don't want to do that, just like send us a congratulations. Because guess
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
We did something for a whole year.
Send us $1. Send us $1. If every listener sends us $1, we will have a couple bucks.
A couple bucks.
Send us $1. Yeah, send us something you hate.
Yeah.
What you'd like to see less of.
Mm-hmm.
What you'd like to see more of. Anything you want, guys. Or as maybe send email instead of emailing us. Email a friend a link to our podcast and say this is a fun podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and then let us know. Hey, we pod, and then you don't have to email us. Email a friend like this is a cool pod. This is a cool pod. This one dude, the dude, he good.
Screams a lot.
And then they'll listen to the first step, and then they'll listen to the first episode. Like this is actually hosted by a woman.
I know.
I don't think this is the right pod. I'll confuse them.
I'm getting a little nervous now for next week. It's a lot
What's
of
there to be
pressure
nervous
on
about?
me.
It's not pressure. Don't worry. If I don't think you're doing a good job, I will.
I know.
You
You'll
know
take
for a fact
over.
I'll go get it going.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, "You just do it,"
And then I will.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem. We don't have a ton of segments this week. We didn't do a movie for you.
No, we didn't.
We only have one segment. I did watch
We
a
have
movie
two
with
segments. Hard-hitting questions.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, just for this week. Hard-hitting questions is every week.
Yeah.
Like, here's my thing about hard-hitting. Here's what people don't understand. I don't care that Tara's questions are bad. It makes for comedy. It's fine when they're bad.
Yeah, it's funny. I laugh.
That's what I want. I want it just to be. We're not supposed.
I literally watched last week's clip like multiple times a day because I just thought it was so funny.
The hate in my soul is what made it
good. You were
good.
hating me, and I just was like, even when I was like reading them to you, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is
You were smiling,
so
thinking
funny.
you were so fucking cute, thinking you were so funny with your bad questions.
Because once I realized how much you hated it and how that's pretty much the vein I was in the entire time, I'm like, oh yeah, sticking with this.
Well, I think it was Britt. Britt had a comment like, "These are all normal." I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. They're not supposed to be normal. If she wanted to talk about spring, she could have just brought it up, like, because I always give it. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? I'll throw out there, and you could have talked about any sort of springly stuff. Instead, hard hitting questions that weren't that hard hitting. You ever been on a spring break before?
That's
Local
so bad.
news tonight
it
at
was
9.
so funny though.
You know it was bad.
It was so funny though.
Okay. Do you want to start with? Do you want to kick off with sports? Do you want to kick it into the our little thing? I actually struggled more than I thought I would.
Me
with
too.
This because I did this. We'll jump into it. So our thing this week was top 3+ sexy couples, and what I ran into, Tara, is that I would find one person sexy, like I'm like they're good looking, and then the co-star wasn't that good.
Yeah.
The co-star wasn't that good, or I never found him that good. For instance, like here's a great example of that. Like Halle Berry, super sexy run in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find one where I thought her co-star was sexy. Like it was like they had like a good chemistry or anything.
Yeah.
None. I tried to get Halle Berry on the list. I loved Halle Berry, but I couldn't find a Halle Berry like sexy like co-star that I felt was like actually sexy.
I agree.
Or like that really matched her, in her beauty.
Well, I was trying to find one for Zac Efron. Couldn't do it.
No, you couldn't.
Like Vanessa Hutchins. That was a TV movie, so that wouldn't even count.
I would have given it to you.
And they were kids.
I would have given it to you. That's okay. It doesn't matter if they're kids. You're not thinking they're sexy. When you, in the moment, you thought they were a sexy couple.
Still do.
Yeah. So, there was a bunch of that where I really struggled. And then there's ones where people like I know a lot of people like Miranda if she does it. You might even be on your list. I don't want to ruin it. But Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt and
it's not on
Angelina
my list,
Jolie.
but
I just never found Angelina
couple.
Jolie. They're hot, I guess. I've never found them that hot together. Like they didn't make sense together. Like she never was that hot to me. There was a few moments I'm like, oh, she looks good, but mostly it was like I just didn't vibe. It was a bad movie too, in my opinion. So I think
Yeah.
that threw me. If it's a really bad movie, I also probably didn't think it was a sexy couple. So that also you would lose points for that. So I found it to be very difficult.
I did too. And then I'm like, I don't know if I like my number one. I think I do, but okay.
Like,
Should we just
like
start?
I struggled with Brad Pitt. I was like, Brad Pitt's a good looking dude. I couldn't find a good Brad Pitt co-star.
I know,
I'm like, none of these work. None of these are that good
right? It's like
for him.
Susan
The girl in Meet Joe
Sarandon,
Black, maybe. She's attractive. Or was
Gina
that-
Davis.
Who's the girl in Meet Joe Black?
I don't know her name.
She was cute in that movie.
She was so cute.
So maybe that was an honorable mention. Right now, my honorable
Yeah.
mention is that girl from Meet Joe Black. I don't even know her name, and Brad Pitt. But they're not really even a couple. He's like death or something, right?
Yeah, he's death.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So okay, let's start out with your number 5 or honorable mentions, whatever you prefer. Just do number 5. We'll do honorable
Okay.
mentions at the end.
Yeah,
in
because
case.
I've got quite a few honorable mentions that didn't make the list.
And what's your
Okay,
number 5?
my number 5 is Tay Diggs and Angela Bassett and How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I was trying to think of the right Tay Diggs one because you know Tay Diggs is
You
my
love
boy.
He
You
is
know
your
that Tay Diggs is my boy, but I couldn't. I never was a big Angela Bassett guy,
Mm-hmm.
but Tay Diggs is my boy.
I know. When I picked it, I'm like, I wonder if Drew's gonna pick this because he freaking loves
No.
Tay.
I actually have
He's
never seen
always
that
been
movie.
his
I've
guy.
actually never seen that movie either, so I don't really have a vibe for it.
So I saw it when I was really young, and I was like, oh my God, I love this movie. And then I saw it more recently as an adult, and I did not like it. They should have just stayed in paradise the whole time. It got too serious, but they were a hot little couple and looked real good together.
Yeah,
Yeah. And he's very young, and she's like maybe 40. So
think
I
he's-
was feeling like
sure,
I could
that's
have
fun.
my Stella
you
moment.
could have your Tay Diggs moment.
Yes.
You could
yes,
have your
yes,
Tay
yes.
Diggs.
Mhm.
I think that was maybe the thing. I just wasn't vibing with
Her.
her, or I didn't think she. I thought Tay Diggs was is. That's the thing. She's.
You
I don't know.
you wished you were her. That's
I
the
guess I wish I
problem.
was-
You wished
Yeah, I
you
guess
were
I
her.
wish I was her.
Yeah,
I'm wrong. She's attractive. in
she's
that.
hot.
She's not. It didn't make my list, but it's a good pick from you.
Thank you.
It's a good pick from you.
All right, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jessica Biel from Summer Catch. I think
Yes.
they're real good looking in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's my number 5. She's like, that was like her probably at her.
Like,
Well, it's not her
prime.
at her peak. That's the thing. She started being in stuff like the Sandler movie. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
well,
she was
Sandler's
so
not-
hot in that.
She's so hot in that, but Sandler's
Yeah.
just not
No,
sexy. I mean, I love Sandler, but he's not sexy.
right. Oh, that
So
was
that's-
such a good, that's a
Like,
good
But
one.
when he crashes the lawnmower when she gets out
Yeah.
of the pool, it's like, yeah, he
Mhm.
was correct in doing so.
And I
He's
liked
correct
their
in doing so.
forbidden love too. It was good.
Mhm.
It kind of added to the sexy.
Right.
Poor guy, rich girl.
And Freddie Prinze could have made my list maybe another. Like I really like him and my brain stopped working. I Know What You Did Last Summer with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good looking couple too, but I didn't want double Freddie Prinze. And also there's not great chemistry there.
Yeah.
I think it's just a sexier movie. Yeah, it's the summer movie, a little summer love.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it works. And again, she's pretty ridiculous. That's like her like almost coming out after Seventh Heaven. It's like, I'm not in Seventh Heaven anymore, boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the babe in the pool.
I'm the babe in the pool. Number 4.
Number 4.
Grace Kelly and Jimmy Stewart in Rear Window. I took it back
Oh.
old school, but
I struggle with that because I
she's
didn't.
so beautiful, and like
She is.
for some
She
reason,
is.
I find him to be very attractive.
I think
even
a lot
though
of
he's-
people. I think a lot of people found him to be attractive.
Yeah, and he's all like, it's kind of like nurse patient, and he's kind of a dick to her though.
Yeah,
But they're just a hot little cup.
they are a hot couple. I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here.
And then I don't think this one's going to be on your list, but I have an honorable mention that's kind of like the remake of that,
Okay.
which is with Shia LaBeouf and Sarah Romer from Disturbia.
Oh yeah, is he hot in that?
For some reason, it was hot. It was hot.
She is hot in that for sure. I didn't know if he was hot yet.
I think he was.
I don't know if he was still a little guy.
And I think he got elevated by her too, but he was hot. He was kind of a bad boy too, which adds to the hot.
Sure. I get that. And that was after Transformers, right?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. Yeah. I tried to find an old one, but I don't know. I just feel like actors back in the day were not good.
Yeah.
Like they're like not as
well. Cary Grant was.
Sure.
But it's just also hard because they look different. Like they're more conservatively dressed and stuff, so you don't always get like the super sexy vibes.
Right. Hold on, I'm confused by something here. Anyway, is it me now? Is it a me now?
Yeah, 4.
So this is where I'm gonna put. I had Jasmine and Aladdin. That was a good looking couple. I think Jasmine and Aladdin.
In the
cartoon.
Cartoon. Okay.
Yeah, no, I've never even seen the live action one. I think all boys had a crush on Jasmine, and I think a lot of girls had a crush on Aladdin. Would I be correct in that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think of all of the movies that were that, I think that's the one where it's like equally young boys and young girls had a major crushes on the leads.
Is that lighting bad on my face?
It's fine. It's what we're going with.
I can shut it.
It's fine. It's what we're going with. I'm fine with it. So yeah, I think that was the one of all the Disney movies where because like Cinderella, I don't even know. But the other one, like obviously guys had crush on the Little Mermaid and stuff.
I feel like they seem like real. Like Jasmine and Aladdin seemed real.
Yeah, they seemed like they were. Yeah, they also had a good chemistry, even though they're cartoons, obviously. Beast was pretty beastly. I don't think girls had a crush on Beast though.
No.
And like his real self, like his long haired, like when he became himself, not a good look.
Killer.
Obviously, Belle was cute.
Yeah.
But I think Jasmine and Aladdin is my pick on that one.
All right. Number 3. Diane Lane and Oliver Martinez in Unfaithful.
Oh.
Hot couple.
Good one. Good one.
Hot little moments in movies.
That is a good one. I thought about that one. Yeah. But my brain was stupid. My brain was trying to put her with Richard Gere.
No.
When it's like, even though Richard Gere is a sexy man, at that point he was not supposed to be in that movie, really. He's supposed to kind of be like a meek husband, and he wasn't trying to be sexy, and he is sexy. But yeah, that's a good pick. Duh, that's what you do. You pick that's what you pick. I blew that one.
Because she's beautiful.
She's awesome.
Like she might be one of the most beautiful.
She's awesome in that.
Stars.
Oh yeah, I love her. Diane Lane, total babe. Total babe.
What's your 3?
My number 3 is Pat Swayze and Kelly Lynch in Roadhouse. They're beautiful in that.
They are.
They're just both beautiful. Like you said, you didn't love their chemistry, but as far as just like two attractive people, if they had a child together, that turns out a good looking kid.
Yeah. For
sure. And again, there was the type of thing where the men and the women go to the movie and both are pretty happy with what they gets to see on screen. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Neither of them are going home like, everyone is like, cool. She got a little bit of her. He's like shirtless the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was great. I think it was great for everybody.
I think so too. All right. My number 2 is
sexiest on-screen couple
is Leo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Nice. Honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
Honorable mention for me. Leo makes my list, but this was just an honorable mention for me.
I just think that she's so hot, he's so hot, and they're hot together.
I agree.
I love it.
I agree. They're hot. They're both very, like, they have good chemistry, and she's so attractive in it.
Yeah.
We just watched Babylon the other night. She's awesome in that. She's like really great in that and sexy in that. But yeah, I gotta rewatch that movie because I just haven't seen it in a minute. But yeah, they look great in that together. I don't know that they're they didn't make my list just because I didn't like the steaminess. I don't know.
Sure, I hear you.
You know, that I feel like that. Yeah, mine is also a Scorsese movie. It is my next one. We can talk about both together almost. What we think maybe the difference is. I actually have Leo and Vera Farmiga in Departed. I think that's a sexy, like him hooking up with his therapist who's hot. That was kind of my introduction to Vera Farmiga, and that's like I think the best she was in a movie. I think I
loved that couple.
Yeah, they're good in that, right?
Yeah.
Like
I forgot about that.
You're almost like she doesn't even make any sense with the Matt Damon guy. It doesn't make any sense that they're together in that movie, except for it's like a safe choice. So I think the sexiness that it's they're the not supposed to be together. It's all of that together. I think is what works for that. Where I think that the Leo and Margot Robbie relationship in Wolf of Wall Street hurts a little because it almost just feels like she's a trophy wife sort of thing. So that's not as like. The passion is it's not as passionate.
There's like one pretty good scene.
Yeah, it's a good scene, but I just feel like it's not like this. Oh,
yeah,
man,
it's not like Unfaithful.
Yeah, Unfaithful is in that same vein as the Leo Departed.
Yeah,
obviously that scene where they end up hooking up. That's a great scene.
Yeah.
Does he get her pregnant in that movie?
What movie?
Departed.
I don't think.
Is she pregnant at the end? Am I making this up? It's
remember.
His kid. I think it's his. I think she's pregnant. It's his kid.
Maybe.
I might be making that up. Tara, what's your number one sexy on-screen couple? And I know we're missing a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
We always do. I want people to tell us.
Yes, and we can give our honorable mentions too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any more, but
Johnny Castle and Baby from Dirty Dancing.
I guess.
Drew.
She's cute.
That end scene, like
it's fun. I find it to be fun. It's not sexy. It's fun.
No, they have sexy moments
when they're practicing. Sure,
yes,
that's a sexy. She's cute. She's good.
They're a good hot couple.
It belongs in the top 10.
Number 1.
All right, that's fine. I'm not mad at it.
I mean,
it just didn't make my list. I already have a Pat and Kelly Lynch. I just find Kelly Lynch to be more attractive than.
I just am like picturing the scene where they're like crawling around on the ground.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
No,
we don't have a lot of.
And then there's even like awkward moments where it's like, oh, that's awkward, but it just makes it even more real. It's a sexy little cup.
Yeah, you're right. It's good. I have no qualms with it.
Okay,
my number one. I like to hit up the action movies. My number one is Keanu and Sandy in Speed.
Oh,
I think that's a real the fact that they are just driving a bus and there's like a lot of sexual tension and she's driving a bus that can't crash and he's trying to save the day.
And they have to go 50 miles per hour or whatever.
Like I think they're a real sexy. Like that's basically the world's introduction to Sandra Bullock. And Keanu is already Keanu at that point, but that was like next level for both. That took them both to the next level. That was their introduction. Like these two are it now.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because they just were really, the tension in that, and they finally make out after they get off the bus. It's pretty good.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but
Tara, you should just watch Speed. Just watch Speed. It's the best.
Yeah.
So that was my pick.
That was good.
Sandy and Keanu's number one. I liked that one a lot.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
No, that was it. I only had I didn't have a lot of honorable mentions. Like I said, I had a lot of people where I couldn't find the good counterpart, like Halle Berry. I couldn't find the right counterpart. Like Denzel Washington, I couldn't really find the. Oh no, I did have an honorable mention. It was Eva Longoria and Joaquin Phoenix in We Own the Night. The movie sucks, but there's kind of like this weird, sexy couple in it. It's like, and I wanted to sneak Eva Longoria in there. But she's
did
I say? Go ahead.
Eva Longoria from
yeah,
Desperate Housewives.
Oh, not Eva Longoria. I'm sorry, Eva Mendes.
Ava Mendes.
I say Eva Mendes. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. Eva Mendes. Eva Mendes, I wanted to sneak in, but I couldn't find.
Here's the thing.
She always is like dating like a non, like like Will Ferrell in a movie, or like.
But also with her, she's like such a bad actor that sometimes I'm like, this should be
Sure.
sexier than it is, but like you're so
But
bad.
yeah, but she,
Because
she's
like
in
her and
Training
Will
Day
Smith are both like attractive people, but
in Hitch.
there's just
There's no chemistry.
no chemistry.
I thought in Training Day, I thought she's just in it so little,
Yeah.
so it didn't work for me. We Own the Night, I will say, when We Own the Night, she kind of works with. I don't know why I'm saying Eva Longoria, but We Own the Night, she really works with Ava Men. Our what's his nuts? Joaquin Phoenix is this weird like couple. There you have it.
I had a couple. One was Selma Hayek and Channing Tatum in the new Magic Mike. I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing it's awesome because they're both like sexy.
Yeah.
Another one.
I don't know that they'll be a sexy couple though.
Drew.
No, no, it's not going to quite hit.
Well, we'll see. We'll watch it, and then we'll get back to everyone. I also had Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe in Cruel Intentions.
That's a pretty good one. That was her at her had her like sexiest or cutest.
And
Cruel Intentions.
then
She's really good in that.
I had Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard.
Okay. I don't hate that. I did have one other one. Actually, I forgot. It was True Romance, Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. They're kind of a sexy couple in that. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're just like, they're like a modern day
Like
Bonnie and Clyde. And they're shit. They're a shit show. They're just a total shit show, and that works for sure in that one. But yeah, harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Not a lot of great, like, where you're like, yeah, both of these people are.
But I think we nailed it.
Yeah, I'm sure some people will send a couple we missed that were like, oh, duh. Oh, duh. Like for instance, maybe like, I think that I just didn't, maybe it's because I didn't buy them as a couple, but Zac Efron and Zendaya is a good looking couple in The Greatest Showman, but they didn't work as a couple, I think, maybe.
And it was just like such a small part of the movie that
right.
we didn't get to see them together all that much. I mean,
yeah, they're not bad in it, but I didn't.
No.
That didn't make. I was trying to come up with something a little more, a little newer, sort of thing. And I'm sure we're missing some stuff.
Oh yeah,
but
I'm sure we are too.
It was hard. It was hard for me to come up with it. It was hard work.
It was hard work.
Speaking of couples, I'll just move on to my next thing and stay in movies. Miranda and I watched Clueless. As far as couples go.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't oh my god! I'm about to, break it down, break it down a little bit here. Then we fucked up. Clueless.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Hold on. Because Tara.
Did you not like it?
No, I like it. It's funny, but I'm gonna say it's a bit of an issue of a movie.
Oh, gosh.
So Clueless, main character.
Cher Horowitz.
Cher, played by Alicia Silverstone. Is 15 years old and basically starts dating her stepbrother who's in college. What? It's like he's like kind of like grooming her throughout the movie. It's a little weird.
Oh gosh. Is he 18?
Who?
Josh.
He's off at college, like law school. He's in law school.
He's not in law school. He wants to someday be a lawyer and do environmental law. What
makes you think he's only a freshman in college? He's already living has a place. He's not living in the dorms in the movie.
How do you know that's not a dorm?
Huh?
How do you know that's not a dorm?
Because I think they mentioned that he's not living in the dorms.
I think you're thinking too much into it.
No, it's a problem. Tara, it's a problem. She's 15 and he's like
18.
Minimum. That's minimum. And he's his stepbrother. And nah, it's not cool. No, because he can I think he can drink legally. Pretty sure he's 21 at least in that movie. I think he can drink in it legally and everything.
I don't think so.
I don't know, Tara. I don't love it.
I
don't-
am
I don't
going
love
to
it.
choose to believe that he's 18. She's almost 6.
18's still not okay.
I know, but
He's in college,
you
and it's
date
his
someone that's 10
stepsister.
years younger than you, so
Well, she's an adult the entire time. Sorry to tell you.
barely.
Barely. Why even bring that up? It's rude because it makes it sound like because it's totally 15. Tara, 15. She doesn't even have a license in the movie yet, and he's in college.
She has her learner's permit.
And it's not, huh?
She has her learner's permit.
Yeah, she's great.
But it might just be because she doesn't have
Paul Rudd. My point is, Paul Rudd is the villain of that movie. He's the villain of that movie.
I don't want that movie to be ruined for me.
First of all, he doesn't know that Christian is gay in it. So basically, Christian comes in, he gets jealous of a high school boy trying to date a high school girl, and goes to watch her and make sure that nothing bad goes wrong, so he can basically lead her. Basically, like, I'm a good guy. Look at me. I'm taking care of your friend. And I'm dancing with your high school 15-year-old friend that's younger than her by like a month. Something like that. Because they say when they're born, their month they were born. I don't remember how far off it was. But
A month.
I guess my point is I think the villain of the movie is Paul Rudd.
Okay.
Paul Rudd is the villain.
Can't we just
of
watch it
Clueless.
without being that way?
Tara, that's the point of our game. We have to tear apart a hero of a movie we love. I love Clueless, but he's not that great of a dude.
He picks her up when he was about to score to go help her because she got robbed. That was nice.
Because he likes 15-year-olds. And he also goes and he goes up and walks her, goes up and they kiss on the. He also has a girlfriend. And
Well,
he's
I think they probably break up after that.
Well, after that, not before that. He's not a good guy.
You're probably right.
He's like a spoiled rich kid that's going to be a lawyer.
For the environment.
Yeah. Just to piss off mom. Mom, he doesn't even hang out with her mom. He doesn't even hang out with his own mom.
That's because
he hangs out with her ex-stepdad.
That's because her mom's
because he wants to be around his 15-year-old ex-stepsister. Tara, it ain't looking good for Paul Rudd. I don't even know his name in the movie. Josh. Ain't looking good for Josh. It's not Paul's fault. He's an actor.
I mean, you're probably right, but I just love that movie so much.
I am right. It's a good movie.
But outside of that, did Miranda like it?
She liked it fine. It doesn't hold up. I mean, if you haven't seen it before,
sure,
it's not like it's some mind-blowing movie, but it is good.
I can see that, yeah.
And it's not because it is some dated stuff going on it, but
definitely.
As a whole, hold on, let me answer. Miranda, Clueless, rate it however you want. It's your rating. She's giving it 4 out of 5 as ifs.
Ooh,
that's pretty good. That's a good score.
Good.
Thank you. Paul Rudd was grooming Cher. Questionable. Yeah. Yeah. He was how old do you think he was? I was saying he might be almost 21. She's saying at least 20.
No.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well,
questionable. If you rewatch it with that mindset, Josh ain't so cool. Okay. Trust me. I thought it the whole movie was fun. It made it a fun movie. Listen, Tara, that's how the world is, though.
Know.
Things change, and you realize, that's not as slick as you think it was. But also, it's also, again, I don't totally feel that way. It's also not as egregious as some would think it is.
Right.
People that are that age date people that age all the time. It's just the way the world works.
Right.
It's who's around you, that's who you start dating,
Like your stepbrother. It's fine.
Like your stepbrother who's 25% older than you. There you go.
There you go. Want to talk sports or do you want me to talk about questions?
we can talk sports, but I wanted to stay there because like how things change. Have you seen this new thing that people are getting pissed about?
I don't know.
And it's called digital blackface. Have you seen this?
No.
That some people are getting pissed about, obviously, and then there's plenty of people that are like, "What are you talking about?" But basically, white people can't. We're not allowed to post memes and like funny clips.
We can't use a meme that has a black person in it?
Yeah, yeah. If only every time we do something sassy and you want to do like convey a sassy thing back, and you only use black people, then you're racist, Tara. Tara, what the fuck are people talking about? Like one of the big examples was the what did she say? Where she's like, I ain't got time for that.
Nobody got bronchitis. Nobody got time for that. That thing. Nobody got time.
She says, I got bronchitis. That lady.
Yeah.
Hilarious. All time.
Awesome.
One of the best internet videos of all time.
Yes.
Posting that. If a bunch of white people post that, we're just, it's so racist to say this part. Like to say this is more racist. Like we're just feeding into the stereotypes of black people. That's you being shitty about that woman.
Yeah.
And us thinking that woman's amazing and I would love to be around that woman.
Right.
But furthering for like that's
that's
exploiting her. It's like she got famous as shit off of that. What are we talking about?
And then, like,
what are we talking about? A lot of people are like, they're like, sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not. It's like, then it's just, no shit. There's probably times where it's fucked up. Like, hey, look at this. But like, it's insane, Tara, what people, I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't even give a fuck about any of it anymore.
I know.
That's, for instance, I sent, Miranda and I sent our cousin 2 books this weekend for,
Our baby shower.
And one of the books was a Dr. Seuss book, who was canceled because he's racist. And our other book was a family book, like, and it had like gay couples in it. Barely. I think one page. And it is banned on the Florida book list.
Yeah.
So he sent them both because I think they both have value. This book, I mean, the book wasn't racist itself. If it was a racist book, I wouldn't have sent it.
No, it just had Dr. Seuss.
No, that Dr. Seuss himself is canceled. But it's to the point now. It's like everything is something, and part of that has to be the group of the sane people of the world, because it's not everybody. It's a small group of people that are causing these problems. For the same people, I'll go like, all right, enough. Like this isn't necessarily racist, and this isn't necessarily bigoted, and this isn't necessarily like there is like a common ground, like something exists outside of those two
extremes.
Again, the
extremes are always the loudest. Like,
yes.
So we're sitting here talking about such a small group of people that are so stupid, and most people are probably having these conversations of like, oh, this is dumb. But then you have some people that kind of get pulled into it on both sides, and it's like, what the
I will say there probably is more than we think.
You're probably right.
And especially a generation older than us.
Mm-hmm.
On one side, on specific sides, on one side, and younger than us on the other side. The extremes I find are more younger people over here and older people over here. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I just was like thinking about it because there's like every once in a while I'll go on TikTok and get like sucked down weird TikTok, and it's just like either people being like, fat phobia is racist, or if you work out for just to look good and to lose weight, you're fat phobic, and just these like absurd.
Then I am fat phobic. Then I am fat phobic, and I don't care. Then I am fat phobic, and I'm a fat boy who's fat phobic. Get this fat off my get this fat off my bones. Get the fat off my bones, please. I'm fat phobic. Then I don't care. I don't like it. It's not fun. It's uncomfortable.
Right.
I feel like shit sometimes. Get it off my bones.
God Andrew, why are you so fat phobic?
I thought you were just gonna stop at fat there. I was gonna be like, rude.
No, I would never.
Listen, if you don't want to work out, don't work out. I don't give a fuck. If you want to keep the meat on the bones, I'm cool with that. But me making the decision to be healthier, if this is a clip right now, I may not look at it, but like when I try to be, that doesn't make me fat phobic. That makes me a person who's like, I'd like a change in my life.
Yeah.
I'd like to change my life a little bit. And if it's not only to look good, it's also because I like to breathe at night and snore less on my girlfriend. Where one of us sometimes where one of us has to go sleep on the couch. Like, we don't have a guest room, guys. Come on. I'm tired of sleeping on the couch. Then I'm fat phobic. I don't care. I don't care.
Right? It's like, stop making these weird, broad statements that are just like stupid and not helpful. And it's like, I can't send a meme now? What?
No. Not everyone. There were some people. There were some people and people of color that were like, "This is bullshit. Shut the fuck up, please. Please shut up."
And like,
then there were some white people that when they said it did sound more racist. I'm like, well, you just sound racist.
Sure,
the way you're saying it. You can disagree and not be racist, and you can disagree and be super racist about it. But yeah, it's wild. Again, this is a type of clip that doesn't make our clips. That's why you guys got to help us get it out to the world so they can hear us be not that smart.
Nah,
or
not at all.
Eloquent.
Not
about
smart
things.
or eloquent, but right.
But definitely right. But definitely right. Maybe confused. Maybe we put our foot in our mouth sometimes and say the wrong thing. But me more than Tara for sure. I would say.
Probably.
How far in are we? 46? Let's do sports. I guess my point was it's that's where we're at. We're just a couple of fat phobes.
Fat phobes. We're just a couple of fat phobes.
We're a couple of fat phobes.
Mm-hmm.
Fat phobes.
We just hate ourselves.
We hate ourselves more than anything. Maybe that is it. We're self-haters.
Self-hatred. Speaking of self-hatred, March Madness. That's just a taste of what we're going to get.
Is that what we're going to host next week?
A little taste of what next week is going to be.
Speaking of fatties, have you seen the fat upsets over the last weekend? There you go. That's how you do it, T. Hold on. Let me get hold on.
Have a little sip.
I'm still going to try to. Hey, guys, listen to this. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Pepsi Zero Sugar, formerly Pepsi Max.
No more ginseng.
No more ginseng. They ruined it. Fucking ruined it. But it's still good, guys. I still love Pepsi Zero Sugar.
As you burp through that.
I didn't burp.
Oh, you didn't?
When did I burp?
You like kind of...
Right away?
When you were saying Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. For those of us that don't like regular Pepsi anymore, Pepsi Zero Sugar. Tara, March Madness. Final Four is this weekend. Predictions were bad.
Super bad.
But
there are 2 5s in it. I said a 5 was going to win, so.
You did say a 5 was going to win. And they could.
They definitely could.
They could. Yeah, I don't even know if we should predict again this week.
No.
I honestly don't think we should.
I don't either.
Yeah, I had Xavier. Xavier didn't cover as my underdog pick of the week. We don't know college hoops. We don't know ball.
We don't know ball.
We're football. We know one thing. We know football.
Yes.
We're good at football. I think we both know football very well. I think football is the easiest sport to bet on.
I know football, but I also watch a lot more football than I do college basketball.
College hoops. That's the other thing is we don't watch a lot of college hoops anymore. Even when we watched a lot, we didn't watch a lot of other teams other than our team. Tara, what do you think of my new sweatshirt?
I like it. It's a good color. Good. It shows off your guns.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
I'm sorry I haven't had any new wrestling personas the last couple weeks. I just need to get some. I don't have enough stuff around the house to try to pull it off. So I'm looking for some gear for Cash Land.
Gear.
Right. Gear. That show should come
so
back. That's
good.
a great show.
I loved it.
So March Madness, I'm going to be honest with Tara. I watched one game
I watched
over the
just
weekend.
chunks of games.
I watched the Kansas State. Whoever Kansas State played on Saturday
Um,
and lost.
San Diego State.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's the game I watched.
That little guy from K-State.
For Kansas State.
He's
like
just
him?
a little nugget.
He's a little nugget.
I was watching it. I'm like, this guy he's fast. He's small. I liked him.
Tara, what's your battery at?
I know. I'm a little nervous. I'm at 23.
What's your battery at?
23.
23? Okay. Let's get through hoops fast and get the hard-hitting questions. Tara's phone won't hold a charge. That's why we got to get her a camera. That's just for this.
I keep dropping it. That's
we'll work on that.
probably
We'll
why.
work on that for our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
Getting Tara a new camera. And then we'll start putting up full videos. So we'll have to be very conscious of things we say and do and nose picking and booger licking. I don't have a ton to say about March Madness.
Every once in a while, I'll flick a booger out of the window of my car, and I wonder if people are like, that bitch is flicking a booger out of her car.
You ever eaten a booger before?
No. Maybe as a kid, but not as an adult. Or like a teen or a tween or a kid. Like a little kid.
Okay. Just wondering.
Have you? In a peanut?
I mean, that's among other boogers, yeah. It's not the only booger I ever ate. I ain't afraid to eat a booger. It's got a lot of protein in it.
Oh,
Remember, I had a really bad booger habit when I was a little boy, where when I had that upstairs bedroom that became your bedroom, and I had like green walls. I think I did when I had the green walls, but I would pick my nose when I was laying in bed, and I'd wipe it in between the bed and the wall when I had that water bed.
Oh my god, that's gross.
And then like there's just like a wall,
booger graveyard.
not like a ton. Like there's some hard boogers there though. I remember when we pulled back, we're like, oh gosh.
Oh boy, what'd I do?
Or if mom and dad remember that. But yeah, so I had a little bit of a booger wall there for a minute. I'm a disgusting little pig boy. I'm a disgusting little fat piggy boy. Little fat phobic piggy boy.
Oh my god.
I don't know how Miranda loves me. I don't do it anymore. There's no boogers on our walls.
Good.
No boogers on our walls.
Do you want to be done with sports?
Well, no, let's predict a winner. Again, we didn't care that much about March Madness. Nothing else is really going on. I did see Lamar Jackson has requested a trade.
He requested it March 2nd.
So a long time ago.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. I hope they trade him. I don't want him to be there anymore. I love Lamar. I want him to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Did you see that Zeke Elliott got...
Yeah. It was a bad move.
It was. Like, I mean, they should have restructured his, like, shit.
Yeah. Someone's going to sign him. He's going to be a really great...
He's a good
like,
number 2
backup.
back. Yeah.
He's a great number 2 back. The thing was, he's expensive for the Cowboys. But also, and like, I don't know, he would have been willing to he already kind of was starting to take a backseat to Pollard. He would have been fine with it. Like, you can't just have Pollard and hope.
Right, especially since he was injured.
Yeah. Zeke, someone's going to sign Zeke because he's a great locker room guy. They loved him in the locker room, and he's a really great pass blocker. Excellent pass blocker. So he's going to find a place. Some people have said KC. That'd be crazy.
The rich get richer.
Yeah, I've also seen that they're in the running for D-Hop and for Odell Beckham. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of older, decent guys that just are doing it for a little bit less money.
Yeah.
But they're all very skilled. I think that'd be pretty good for them. NBA style, whatever. It's coming down. We got 2 weeks left in the season.
Yep.
Bucks lost the other night, but can't really take anything from one loss. I don't really care. Denver, the Bucks played terrible, and Denver played okay. But it's coming down the wire. There's not much. The Lakers might make the play-in. It looks like Warriors are around there as well. We'll see what happens we'll talk a little more NBA once the playoffs hit, because right now there's not really much to say.
No.
We can both say who I think I don't know who. I'm always gonna say Giannis is my MVP, so it's
Yeah.
hard for me. There's really no reason for us to make that argument because
No.
we both would probably say Giannis.
Yep.
I just think he makes that mediocre team very good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think
he's just so good.
without
He's a
Giannis, I
freak.
don't even know what that team would be. So yeah, that could be sports for the week. I don't have a ton of sports stuff. Tara, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah.
What do you got
Okay.
for me?
So
Tara's hard hitting questions of the week.
okay.
How many questions you got?
It's kind of a lot, but a little. Like they'll
Fast.
go quick because
Okay, we'll see.
today is Quirky Country Music Song Titles Day.
Oh,
And I was just gonna do kind of there's like two, like name a couple, and then you tell me which one I made up. Do you like that
that's
idea?
a fun game.
Do you like that
I like those
idea?
games.
Okay.
Also, Tara, the Lollapalooza lineup came out last week.
Do I know
So we can talk
anybody?
about that too.
Yeah.
You know, like a couple people at the top.
Yeah.
And then it's shenanigans again.
Oh gosh.
Like Kendrick. It's like Kendrick and Billie Eilish and
Did I see Metallica maybe?
no, I think that was last year. Hold on. Lollapalooza 2023 lineup. It was Kendrick, Billie Eilish, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Come on.
Oh, that's who I must have seen.
Lana Del Rey.
Mm-hmm.
19. And then but there's this these are people on the main stage. I've
True.
Odessa, Carol G, the 1975 I've heard of, but I don't care about him. And Tomorrow and to X Together. Is that Tomorrow and Together? I don't know. That's the main stage. I don't even know who these people are now.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd rather go see Fred again. or I'm gonna give you one more. Richie Mitch and the Coal Miners. That's a cool.
is a good one.
That's good.
Richie Mitch.
All right,
and the
let's
Coal
play your game.
Miners.
Diesel.
Diesel.
I feel like I'm blowing my wad here. Dom Dalla.
Not Dame
Medusa.
Dollar. Not Dame. Is it like Cliff Paul and Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Dom Dollar.
Dom Dalla
and
instead of Dame Dollar. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about Ninja Jirachi?
Mm.
Oh no, it says Nina Jirachi.
Oh. Sorry, Nina. All right. Are you ready for my game or are you still going?
I've heard of Diplo.
Yep.
I've heard of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yep. That's Jared Leto.
I've heard of a Boogie with a Hoodie.
I haven't.
I don't know anything. I've heard of Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I've heard of Maggie Rogers.
This is crazy.
I've never heard of Louis the Child.
Louis the Child.
Is that what was the one that was just like that last year?
Yeah. Is it the same?
It might have been Louis the Child.
It might have been. Or Jake
Pusha
the
T?
Kid. Was it Jake the Kid?
Something like that. Pusha T,
Pusha T.
the Revivalists.
Drew,
Bebop-
I don't got a lot of juice on my phone.
I just was having fun reading names of bands.
Okay. So here's the first three. I want my mullet back. I want a beer belly babe. Or I want crazy.
These are the names of songs or bands?
Songs.
Do them one more time then.
I want
My brain was going band for some reason.
I want my mullet back. I want a beer belly babe. Or I want crazy.
I'm going to say I want my mullet back is not real.
Wrong. It's real.
Damn.
It's a
What'd you make up?
It's a Billy Ray Cyrus song.
What'd you make up?
I made up I want a beer belly babe.
Oh, that's good. That sounded real as fuck. I thought that was real. Dang, I like Tara. We should maybe write I want a beer belly babe.
Probably.
Dude, and I showed up with this beard and that hat, my hat. Whew.
We're gonna write that.
I
We'll
want
get
a
Trin to
beer.
help us.
She drinks.
Okay, you
Bud
ready?
Light. Yeah, go. I was trying to come up with
I
a song.
know. Dicked down in Dallas.
Dicked down in Dallas.
Yep. I think she only loves me for my willy. Or I even got too much sausage for Johnsonville.
I'm gonna go. They all sound real, Tara. I'm gonna go with the second one.
I think she only loves me for my willy.
Yeah.
Nope, that's real.
Which one did you make up?
I made up I even got too much sausage for Johnsonville.
That was gonna be my original guess. That's a good one, Tara. Oh my God. Next.
Okay, next one. How come your dog don't bite nobody but me?
Mm.
You're the reason our kids are ugly. Sundays are for church, football, and beer.
They all sound real. Because they all sound so stupid that they all sound real. What were the first two?
How come your dog don't bite nobody but me?
I think that's real.
It is real.
I know. I'm just
Sorry.
saying that.
You're the reason our kids are ugly.
That one. You made that one.
I
up.
did not make that one up.
What?
That one's a real
Did
one.
you just read yours last every time?
No, mine was.
What?
Loretta Lynn sings that one.
What's the one you said?
Sundays are for church, football, and beer.
But you keep saying yours third every time.
No, they're not.
The last two at least have
The
been.
last two have been, but the one
All
before
right.
that, it wasn't.
Sundays for church, you want?
Football and beer.
That sounds good.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
An open beer on the back roads. Something about a truck. She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Well, I know that. I'm pretty sure the first one is the one you made up.
Yeah.
Because I think I've heard of the other two.
Okay. You got one.
I've heard the other two.
Cha-ching!
Is that all of them?
Nope, we got more.
Oh, shit. All right, here we go.
Redneck party bus. Redneck woman.
Definitely
Redneck yacht club.
Redneck party bus you made up.
I did.
The other two I think I've heard of.
Like my dog.
Mm-hmm.
My dog and me. Hunting with bow.
My dog and me.
Nope, hunting with bow.
You made up hunting with Bo?
Yeah.
I thought that was real. Hunting with Bo is so specific. I was like, dang, I bet you Kenny Chesney always goes hunting with Bo, his best dog.
Okay, I've got two more. Do you want fries with that? Catfish boil boogie. Good directions and turnip greens.
Oh, man, there's no way you made that up. What were the first two?
Do you want fries with that? Catfish boil boogie.
I'm going to say you made up catfish boil boogie.
I did.
It's good, though. It was hard, but I knew you didn't come up with the turnip greens one.
Yeah. Oh, that song's
That just wasn't,
insane.
you weren't going to.
Okay. This is
That's
the last
good.
one, and it's a lot.
All right.
There's only one that I made up, but there's a lot of them because they're all about guns.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You only made one of these up. How many are there?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 of these, and you made up one.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Cleaning this gun. Guns. Gun down for love.
Wait, guns? It's just called guns?
Yep. Gun down for love. Guns and God. Drinking beer and wasting bullets. This is NRA country.
Man, that's hard. I would have guessed guns originally, but I just feel like someone probably has a song called Guns.
You want me to read them again?
Yeah, one more time.
Yep.
One more time.
Cleaning this gun. Guns. Gun down for love. God and guns. Drinking beer and wasting bullets. This is NRA country.
Gun Down for Love?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounded too, like, cool. It sounded like more of, like, something like Trin would call one of his songs.
Yeah.
It didn't sound country to me. Gun Down for Love. It's too, like, not on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like, what's that mean?
What is that?
Okay.
So that was for quirky country song
good.
titles day.
I
It's
like
the
that
holiday.
one.
All right.
That was fun.
My next one is a would you rather.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather bleed from your nipples for a week every month?
Bleed?
Yeah.
Say it again so I don't talk over you. I didn't understand.
Would you rather bleed from your nipples for a week every month? Or
Like a period?
kind of, but out of your nipples.
But out of my nipples? Damn.
Or have a little milk shoot out of your nipples every time you laugh.
Like how much is a little?
So dumb. Just like a little squirt. Like a little squirt.
Like if it shows up on my shirt every time, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Damn. Well, I feel like I can solve both problems with like a similar tool,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Some sort of like basically maxi pad
Right.
/diaper 4 right over my nips.
Yeah.
The milk, it's easy. Just because like people aren't really grossed out by milk. Some people are. And not in blood can be alarming.
Can be.
But I also can but then there's 3 weeks
That you don't have blood.
Yeah, but it's just milk, and like I can be grumpy sometimes, and like I said, I'll just wear some sort of like just wear a little dry fit shirt underneath. I think I'm good.
Right.
I think I just wear a little dry fit and I'm good. So I choose boob milk every time I
laugh a
giggle.
little. Mm-hmm. I like it. All right. I got another would you rather, and I don't think you're going to like this one as much. Would you rather eat a stale cracker with kind of a gross cheese, or fresh, delicious crackers with kind of like a bad cheese? Wait, I said that wrong. Would you rather?
Would I rather have a nice cracker with a bad cheese on it, or would I ever have a bad cracker with bad cheese on it?
I said it wrong. Would you rather eat a stale cracker with a good cheese, or a fresh cracker with a bad cheese?
Stale cracker. Bad, like the cheese. I don't like the cheese at all.
No, it's a decent.
It's a gross cheese.
The second one, yeah. It's just like like a blue
cheese. A stale cracker's not that bad. A stale cracker's still good.
Yeah.
When you got cheese on it. Cheese is what makes it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheese.
Okay.
Good cheese, stale cracker. Not a hard one, Tara.
I know, it's a bad one. Okay, so right now there is a lot of people who are just not feeling drag queens, and they're giving out hate for no reason, because drag queens are real fun and they're all about love for the most part, unless they're spilling some tea. But what do you think your drag persona would be if you had one? And do you have a drag name that you would have? I think you'd be a good drag queen.
I've said that. I said that a couple weeks ago. That I think I would be a good drag queen. I think it's probably would have to be in the same vein as my wrestler. You know, I'd have to find it.
Do you think you could beat anybody in a lip sync battle? Any drag queen right now that exists?
Right now?
Yeah.
Like I'd have to practice.
Yeah.
Like I have to learn. But yes. I think if I knew all the lyrics, I could come up with a performance that would blow people's brains out.
I think you'd be pretty darn good at it.
I think I would. I think the problem is I wouldn't be great on like heels.
Yes, that's tough.
I feel like you have to wear heels.
Yes.
I don't think I think I would get
when
very
they take off when they take off the heels. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
So you got to have I've never walked in heels in my life.
Okay, so you'd have to learn how to do that, and then you would.
So that part would
take a minute.
Would really eliminate me.
Well, you could find some like comfier heels.
Well, yeah. I think I would have come up with a way for my performance where I'm not really on my feet much. Maybe I just roll around a lot on the ground or find like a swing of sorts, a trapeze. I think my name, I don't know. It's hard to just come up with a name for a drag queen. Does it have
a lot of times they've got like,
name, or do they just come up with
a lot of times there's like a pun to it. Like,
I think it would probably be Cashly Lambo. Probably Cashly Lambo.
Oh gosh.
Actually, that's honestly
Cashly Lambo.
Cashly Lambo.
And you're just like super.
That's a great drag name. Cashly Lambo.
I feel like you're very.
And she's very
opulent and.
Oh, she's like money is all like she's like I have like designer everything, even though it's all knockoffs, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd be like.
Right.
You know, drag queen. I don't have any money. Cashly Lambo.
Cashly.
And I'm just like, I come from lots of money in the background.
I like it.
Or at least I pretend I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I nailed it. I think I'm Cash Lambo when I'm on the wrestling ring, and I'm Cashly Lambo. Maybe I'll dress as Cashly Lambo next week.
Oh, that could be good, or it could be canceled.
I'll risk it.
I'll risk it.
I'll risk it for the biscuit. Cashly Lambo.
All right. I'm just looking. I got 14% on my phone left.
All right. You got any more questions then?
No, I was gonna. My other question was, Gwyneth Paltrow, right?
Yeah.
She's
And
fucking.
her.
She's weird,
Yeah.
right?
And I know she had dumb trials going on
Like, why are people interested in that?
because it's weird. Doesn't make a ton of sense. I don't
doesn't.
understand. Is he suing
He's
her?
suing her, saying that she ran into
Even though
him, but
even though she got
she's
run
saying that
into?
she got run into. It's just a he said, she said. And it's like the weird shit that's coming up. I'm like, why is this on TV?
Yeah, and like just the way they ask the questions are so
Yeah.
like every time I see a trial and when I did jury duty, every time I just see the way questions are asked and the fake bullshit ways they're allowed to ask
Yeah.
them, it's like this is all fake.
Right?
How am I ever supposed to? Everyone's like, oh, just especially when people are like, oh, just let the cops do their job, and then cops arrest people, and then the justice system never does them anybody right.
No.
I don't know how there could ever be 12 people that found someone guilty for anything, unless there's like video of it.
Right?
No idea how anyone's ever been found guilty of anything.
No. I 0% could be on a jury. I think I'd have a mental breakdown.
They'd probably make you. I think they'd probably pick you, to be quite honest.
I don't know. What if I said that I had panic attacks?
I don't know.
I don't know
They
either.
probably would pick you still.
What if I say
They
that
picked me. I feel like they had me picked before I even sat down, Tara. It felt that way.
they were like, this guy right here.
I think because they probably get statistics of who you are,
Oh.
like your age and stuff like that. Because they set me up in this like thing, like there was a bunch of us in the room, and they called up the first group of people's names that they had. It was like 20 of us, and they sat us in these seats, and there was a bunch of people that sat in the
Jury box?
no, just where people sit. We were in the jury box.
Oh.
Just so they could get everyone in seats, and they basically asked everyone questions, and basically everyone that was in the jury box already are the people they picked. So before I even got asked a question, Tara, they had basically picked me.
Jesus.
That's how bullshit it is. So because they see, obviously, so before I walked in that room, they knew they were picking me, and I couldn't get out of it. There's no way I was getting out of it because someone's like, "Yeah, I want this 35-year-old." I was 34, I think, at the time. 34-year-old white dude from the Midwest on this. It was like police, civil suit, police brutality, civil suit, or not even brutality, but we did not favor. We favored. I wonder if a year later we would have favored the way we did. It was a year before everything went down. It was weird. I hated it because I don't know that we were right.
Right.
But I also don't know that we were wrong. But I also I don't know. These are not the questions I would have asked.
Right.
I feel like I was like, if I got to get up and ask questions, I would ask totally different questions. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? What's up with this?
And then there's times where it's like, oh, like you can't ask those questions because of X, Y, Z. And it's like, oh God.
It's terrible. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Emails?
Yeah, let's get to it. I got 12.
There's only a couple. There's only 2. One is from Jeannie.
Hey, Mom.
Time for a change up. Thinking it's time for Drew to ask some hard-hitting questions of Tara. Mix it up. Plus, you pretty much hate Tara's. That's the point of this show, is for me to hate the things she does. It's called MELLONfights. What don't people get? Maybe fans have some hard-hitting questions thinking about it. Maybe if you do, then maybe put it. That's what? Put one in the email.
We've asked people to email us.
Literally every week. Email us at MELLONfights, MELLONfights@gmail.com. This is our email section. Follow us on Andyland Entertainment on Instagram or MELLONfights on TikTok. Mom, next week Tara's running the show, so we'll see how that goes. And then we'll see who really got skills. There's a reason we have our dynamic we have. Miranda sent us an email as well. So we basically get emails from my girlfriend and our mother at this point in time.
Every once in a while, Randu.
Randu, yeah. We get it, Drew. This is from Mirandy's under Hotties, as the name says. We get it, Drew. You love Kelly Lynch from Roadhouse. But I get it. She is hot. And of course, Patrick Swayze was too. Who do you like more, her or Jennifer Connelly? Oh, Jennifer Connelly. I love Jennifer Connelly. She knows this. I think I mentioned this maybe last week.
You did.
Jennifer Connelly. Kelly Lynch is like a one-off movie. Jennifer Connelly, I loved it. I basically love in everything. But there's no like, she's not in a movie where I'm like, oh, that was a hot couple. So she doesn't get in.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't make my hot couple list. What, her and Tom Cruise and Maverick? No. Tara, I do like your normal hard-hitting questions. I also like your national holiday updates. Keep us in the loop.
She's going to love this episode.
Mm-hmm. If it hasn't come up yet, update the world on your laundry saga. Oh, yeah. We still don't have laundry. I know we've talked about this. So I don't know. So here's how it goes. Guys, our laundry breaks. They try to replace it with a used one. It shows up. It's disgusting. This is like almost 2 weeks in already at that point when we get that because it keeps taking a ton of time. And then they find like, cool, we're getting a new one. And they bring it a week after that. And guess what? It's an electric one, and then we don't have a hookup for it because our hookup is for a gas one, so we don't have the right plug. So they take it back and get us a gas one. The gas one comes this last Friday. Was it Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Friday, which at that point was like 5 weeks without a washer and dryer that we've had to be figuring out. And the dryer doesn't work.
God.
The dryer doesn't heat. Technically, we've done some laundry because we just tumble it for like 6 hours and eventually gets dry. But we don't have any heat. The heat source doesn't. So we still don't have it. Washer and dryer that works. The washer works. We did a few loads. We're not going to just do that for the rest of our life.
No.
So but they couldn't come in until Tuesday to look at it only. They're only going to look at it on Tuesday. Home Depot they won't just come and reply. I'm like, yo, it doesn't work. We called the day you brought it and it doesn't work. We got to wait till Tuesday for you. You're not just going to bring one immediately. So they're going to look at it Tuesday and then we got to wait probably another week after that to get one. So it's
oh my God.
First of all, fuck Home Depot.
Yes.
And then our landlords are like, sorry, it's not our, this isn't our fault. We're like, we agree. This part isn't your fault. But they're like, we're doing everything we can to get it done as fast as possible. No, what you should have done is got a brand new one the first day we told you. And once the person told you they couldn't fix it, you should have got a new one that day.
Yeah,
because now we're at a month after that now.
Piece of shit that.
Not some garbage.
Landlords fucking suck.
We also did spring clean. They're nice otherwise, but I did spring clean. She did spring clean our bathtub and shower. She wants to brag about that. Cool. I'm gonna say trampoline into a foam pit like in gymnastics. I miss those pits, even though they're gross. So why would you choose that? Water's the best. I don't know that she's into what she swam growing up because they had a pool, but it was like
a
small brown pool.
Yeah,
that doesn't count as like a swimmer. I don't know if Miranda's even a good swimmer. Miranda, are you a good swimmer? Huh? She said she's decent. I don't know with those little arms and those little legs. I don't know if I buy it. Huh? She's not fast, she said. Her top sexy movie couples, I'm going to judge them very hard. Allie and Noah in The Notebook, I guess.
Yeah, they're sexy.
I guess.
They're cute. They're sexy. I like them.
Honorable mention, maybe.
Yeah, they have good chemistry.
Vivian and Edward in Pretty Woman.
He's so weird in that.
And I don't find her to be she's sexy when she's the prostitute, but when she comes here and not prostitute, I don't like her as much. She's kind of one with a bunch of very like cliche ones. Sandy and Danny in Grease. I just don't find they're not sexy. They're not that sexy to me. Leo and Margot Robbie, she said, that's a good one. She did Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson, How to Lose a guy in 10 Days. Which I don't know that you're a big think Matthew McConaughey is that hot, and I also don't think that I think she's cute in it, but she's also like not that hot in it.
I just hate that movie, I think.
And she said and Matthew McConaughey and J-Lo in The Wedding Planner. I was trying to find a good one for J-Lo.
I was too.
As sexy as J-Lo is in person, I don't know that it translates into movies.
Well, when she played Selena, that was a good sexy relationship.
I've never seen it.
It's very sad.
I've never seen
Selena. It's a true story. I don't know if you knew that.
I do know it's sad. I know the story, but I've not seen the movie. And for our anniversary, what are your top 3 favorite things about putting out this podcast together? And what are your top 3 favorite episodes or moments? If you want to write that down.
Top 3 epis or moments.
And top 3 favorite things about doing the podcast together.
Top 3 favorite.
And if you guys are listening to this podcast and you want to email us, I will check emails normally I check them on the podcast, but this week I'll check them prior. Just like put anniversary episode like in the title, and I'll check those ones too, so we can do the stuff for the anniversary episode if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or if you don't, or we can wait and do it, or actually do it where I read it and have to deal with it on the anniversary episode. Actually, we'll do it that way.
Okay.
That's more fun. So anniversary episode coming up.
Coming up next
in
week.
1 week, 1 year of Melon Fights. Tara,
Yeah.
this is by far our shortest episode in a long time.
And it's like 80 minutes.
Yeah, but normally we're about an hour. And
I
a
got
half.
six left.
Well, we're gonna get a shorty in this week. Have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Have a motherfucking Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da- It cut out during it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Melon fights.
My bad.